Hey there, fearless explorers. Welcome back, and thanks for joining me tonight. I hope you are ready to venture into the shadows, because we're diving into something truly spine-chilling, 5 terrifying forest legends that will keep you up long after the lights go out. Do you ever feel like someone or something is watching you when you are alone in the woods? Or maybe you've heard whispers in the dark that send shivers down your spine. These stories aren't just tales. They're nightmares etched into the memories of those who dared to step too far into the unknown. Stick around, because by the end, you'll never look at a forest the same way again. Imagine this. A hiker sets off on a familiar trail. The sun is dipping low, casting eerie shadows across the trees, and everything feels normal at first. But as they venture deeper, the forest grows quieter. The usual sounds of birds and rustling leaves fade away, replaced by an oppressive silence. Suddenly, they stumble upon a clearing with strange stone formations arranged in a perfect circle. Something about the scene feels wrong, as though the forest itself is holding its breath. They turn to leave, but the trail is gone. The path that led them there has vanished, and the dense trees seem to close in around them. Panic sets in, as they realize they're trapped in a maze that wasn't there before. Was it the forest playing tricks, or something more sinister? Now picture this. A group of campers sets up for a fun weekend in the woods. The fire crackles, laughter fills the air, and the night seems perfect until the early hours of the morning. One camper wakes to the sound of footsteps outside the tent. At first, they think it's a friend stepping out for fresh air, but then they hear it again, circling the tent slowly, deliberately. Gathering their courage, they unzip the tent to take a look. At the edge of the clearing, just beyond the firelight, stands a tall, shadowy figure. It doesn't move, it simply watches. The next morning, they discover strange symbols carved into the surrounding trees. They leave immediately, but even weeks later, they feel as though they're being followed. Was it a person, or was it something else entirely? For our next tale, let's talk about silence unnerving. Absolute silence. A hunter familiar with the woods ventures out on a crisp autumn day, tracking deer. But something feels different. The usual forest sounds, the rustling leaves, the chirping birds are gone. It's as if the forest itself has gone mute. Then, in the distance, he spots a cabin he swears wasn't there before. Its windows are dark, and the door creaks open slightly, as though inviting him in. Against his better judgment, he steps inside. The walls are covered with mask-shand carved faces frozen in expressions of terror and pain. In the center of the room, a single chair faces the doorway, as if waiting for someone. Before he can leave, a deep guttural laugh echoes through the trees. He bolts, running faster than ever, but the laughter follows him all the way back to his car. He never returned to that forest again. And then here is the story of the ghostly light. Hikers often talk about seeing a strange floating light deep in the woods. One group, curious and drawn by its glow, decides to follow. The light dances ahead, leading them further and further from the trail. As they chase it, the forest grows darker, and the trees seem to close in. Finally, they catch up, only to see the light transform into a ghostly figure, a pale, translucent shape that vanishes the moment they scream. Lost and terrified, the hikers wander for hours before they find their way back. But even then, they swear they can still see the light in the distance, watching them. Was it a guide, or a trap set by something far more sinister? Our final tale comes from a woman who claims the forest never let her go. She first heard the whispers while walking alone, a soft, eerie voice calling her name. At first, She thought it was her imagination, but the whispers grew louder and more insistent. They followed her home, echoing in her dreams, growing impossible to ignore. Desperate for answers, she returned to the forest, hoping to confront whatever was haunting her. But instead of finding peace, she found an even deeper terror. To this day, she feels the forest marked her, and the whispers continue to haunt her wherever she goes. So, what is it about the woods that stirs such primal fear? Is it the isolation, the unknown, or is there truly something out there, hiding just beyond our sight, waiting for us to stumble too close? I want to hear from you. Have you ever experienced something eerie in the forest? Drop your story in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because we've got more bone-chilling tales coming your way. And remember, when you step into the woods, you might not be as alone as you think. Stay safe out there. Until next time.